Welcome to the Yogalebrity Podcast. My name is Angelica Govaert, and this is the Yogalebrity Podcast, where we share with you all the information you need to be successful as an online yoga teacher. Today's topic is going to be the top 5 myths stopping yoga teachers from going online. And I think we picked this because it's New Year, Year of the Fire Horse. We're about to have a crazy year. But before we get into that, I just want to introduce you to my co-hosts. First, we have Tianna.
Hello.
Tianna has worked with me for a very long time since when I owned the yoga studio. She worked at the yoga studio. Francesca, who you can hear sniffling, has a cold. Francesca, just so you know, you can mute yourself and then just hit the mute on and off when you're ready to talk so that no one has to hear the sniffles. But Francesca has been with me for a long time. She comes with me to events. She's in the hands-on adjustments and assist course, and you might know her from a lot of my online content. So hi, Francesca.
Hey, y'all.
So let's dive right into it. So the top 5 myths stopping yoga teachers from going online. And I think also we were kind of inspired to have this topic because we are hosting the Yoga Teachers Go Online event, and we would love for you to be there. The information is in the link below in the description. You can definitely come to that and learn everything that you need to get started online. But let's dive into the first myth. So the first one that we came up with is I need a huge following first. So ladies, what has been your experience with that?
That's definitely a good one. I think a lot of people, when they're going online or starting social media, see people with large followings, and that can be intimidating. So you might think like, oh, if I don't have a large following, I won't be able to be successful online. And that's just really not the case. Not at all. That's not what we've seen with current, clients, past clients, and even Angelica, you personally, when you were getting started, right?
Yeah, I started with 0 followers online. I had nobody following me on social media. There was no one at all. I started with the 0 when I started the Yogalebrity account in late 2020, early 2021. And I just started posting. Unfortunately, there was not Reels back then. And I don't think that I ever really was successful online until I could start posting video. Because one of the things that is like my personality is really big. And I think that like just being myself attracted a lot of people online, and um, posting pictures, I just don't feel like you can convey that in the same way.
No.
Right. And I also feel like that's not a true testament to you going online or not, whether or not you have a big following, because in fact, we have a lot of people, just like you said, you started that account from 0. We have a lot of people that we actually prefer you to start a brand new Instagram, especially if you're avid on Instagram, then, you don't want the algorithm to kind of get muddy with who you're actually trying to serve and trying to create something for their transformation. So it's actually better that you start almost from scratch at 0. So number 1, you can really see how you grow. And number 2, you're really honing in on who you want to speak to, how you want to serve them, and speaking life just to those people. It's actually to your benefit to not have a large following, in my opinion.
Yeah, I just had a
following.
meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Large following.
Loyal is better than large. I just had a meeting with a
Yes.
client right before this, and she was saying, she was like, I was so frustrated that I had to start with 0 on my Facebook page because there was like a tech issue. And I guess she's like, I get 100 new followers a day. I was
That's
like, girl, how
amazing.
you doing
That's
that? How
so
you doing that?
great.
Like, I was like, tell me the secret because I ain't getting that. But yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I think people are really sleep on Facebook Reels, and they just like do the
Yes.
like auto push from Instagram to Facebook Reels. I know I do. And I like what's crazy. I'm actually monetized on Facebook. Like if I were to post my Facebook Reels and they got reach, I would get paid for that. But I just never do
Oh,
the
cool.
extra work to post on both of them. So I
2026.
guess like after talking to her this morning, I was like, girl, you should start doing it yourself. But that's a cool
Right.
thing, like we learn from each other in the Empowered Yoga Teachers course and really help each other out, which is
100%.
cool. So the the second thing is, the second myth that people have is I have to be perfect on camera, right? A lot of people think like I got to look like the perfect yoga teacher. I have to have the perfect body. I got to have the perfect outfits. I have to have the perfect setup, and I think that's absolutely not true. My experience has been like the more I look like myself and just be real, the more people are attracted to me. But what do y'all think about that myth?
I agree. I think that people seem to be attracted to more authenticity. They want to see real. They don't want to see polished and clean cut all the time, right? Because that's not really the reality of life every day.
I agree. To be able to let them into your daily life and how you are, and like you said with your Instagram, Angelica, your big personality, it is a huge way. Please see Lucia barking in the background. I have Ninja. It's a huge way for people to be in your space and see who you are and connect with you. That's the whole reason why you're here.
Lucia's like, Donna's more profitable than perfect. Girl, just record the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's like, whatever, it's fine. I know dogs be like that. Dino was talking the other day, like, but he was like barking really loud, and I was just like trying to pretend like it wasn't happening. It's like this isn't happening right now.
Oh my gosh,
Anyhow,
yes.
it is, I think, this like I had that problem in the beginning. Like I felt like I had to be really perfect. And I think that was part of my problem when Instagram was just pictures, because I would do a lot of heavy editing on those images to make myself look thinner, to make my skin look better, and like honestly, when I just show up as myself, I think people can relate to like she's real, she's actual, and I can just be myself too. You know what I'm
Can you
saying?
talk about very briefly about that one reel that did incredible, where it's literally not perfect at all, the one where you're at your desk? That is like a
Yes.
true testament to not needing to be perfect. In fact, I use this as an example all the time. Please share.
Yeah. So I have one reel. It's pinned on my Instagram at the top. It has over 1 million views. I have made, um, I mean, I think solid. That video has made me at least $250,000. And it's just like I just shot this. Like I was at my computer, I was working at the computer, and the dog walked in, and I gave him some snugs, and it's just a 7 seconds of me sitting at my desk at my old house. The dog walks in, and that's it. I was wearing my pajamas. You could see my bra strap. My hair was like up. I looked terrible. And people like to point that out on the video. But, I think that's actually part of why it did so well. One of the things you'll notice when you're doing organic, you do get some like mean comments. But when you start doing paid advertising, it is like Facebook is a landmine for like the most awful comments. So you do have to get kind of a thick skin. But the thing that people don't realize is like I had like an adjustments and assists ad last year that kind of popped off, and I made like 30,000 off of that one ad. And the reason why is because there's so many people in the comments saying things about how I shouldn't be doing assists and assists are wrong and you're bad for doing them and blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't be charging for yoga, whatever their complaints were that day. It actually made the video go viral with Meta ads. And that's how I made so much money off of it. So, like those like raw moments of just being yourself, they expose you to like people perhaps making fun of you or talking poorly about you. But the reality is that, you're going to do a lot. You're going to get a lot more benefit from it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sometimes having haters is just a good thing. Helps you propel out there and reach more people. But yeah, it's a really good testament to in not needing to worry about being perfect. We always say done is more profitable than perfect. When you get into the Empowered Collective course, you're going to see that a lot. And I love that so many of our clients have really adapted that into how they're showing up into their business. And it's propelled them forward, and I think truthfully has worked them through this myth that if they came with it, it is no longer there, or it is something that it has like truly subsided by actually showing up.
Yeah, and in that vein of done is more profitable than perfect, I'm just gonna say, like, when you're not talking, mute yourself because it's giving feedback. Oh, yay. Okay, awesome. But yeah, you could just hit the mic button to turn it on and off. That helps. And see, that's a good example. Like, we're not going to stop this whole podcast because we wanted to get the mic set up right. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep going. And then when it's just like if you're teaching a class, right? You're teaching a class and you make a mistake while you're teaching the class. You don't stop the class and be like, okay, everybody, could you go outside of your cars and come back in and let's start from the top because I messed it up. I forgot the left side.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if we actually did that in our lives? Like,
I'd
no.
be getting in my car and going home.
I would never leave my house.
I
I've
already
gotten
don't.
really good when when I teach classes. I've gotten really good at just being like, not even like my mistakes. I don't even talk to people about them. Like I'm just like, oh, a mistake was made. It's fine. It's fine.
Or
We're
if
good.
it's like an obvious mistake, so if it is like a right and a left, let's say, I go along with it. Like, I'm sure in the ad that you were talking about adjustments and assists, let's say somebody was like saying, oh, you have to ask permission first. And maybe you didn't in that video. You just went along with it in the comments. Like, well, of course, if you were in my adjustments and assists course, you would see that's the very first thing that we talk about is permission, right? So it's almost like, yeah, even though I didn't say it, that's not a mistake per se. But if it was perceived that way, you can just drive it back to be like, that's cool. Because if you actually are interested in this, I talk all about that. So here's the link.
Yeah, I do that. And it's always funny
Yeah.
because they'll be like, maybe she didn't want to be touched. And I was like, no, I promise you, it's Francesca. She did.
Oh yeah, I got really great adjustments during that filming. It was great.
I know that was amazing. Like I kept it like at the time you weren't working for me really then. And I kept being like, I'll pay you to do this if you want. And you were like, no, I'm learning so much just by being here and doing these adjustments and assists with you. I'm learning so much. Please don't pay me. But also, like one thing, I'm a very generous person and I like to gift people. I would say like my love language for others is gifts. Like I like to give people stuff. I like to be like, here's a bonus just for being alive today, or like, let me buy your airplane ticket or whatever, And you were like, you bought so much stuff for me. Like you
Facts.
cannot. You
Yeah,
cannot,
100%.
I don't really it's weird about that is I don't really like to receive gifts as much because I'm afraid I'm not going to show. And like the other day I was like, I need to like text them something about the luggage because I don't feel like I showed that I appreciated it enough,
I think
no,
it is a great
yes,
post.
yes.
Okay, let's move into the number third myth. And this one is, I think, what stopped me a lot because when I started online, I was living on our sailboat and we really did not have anywhere to film. And looking back on those videos, I just was like, I just hit 30,000 followers on Instagram. And I did this like whole montage of videos over time of me. And I was like, wow, these boat videos were bad. But whatever, they got me started, right?
Done is
So
more profitable than perfect.
Done is more profitable than perfect. Okay, so myth number 3, I need fancy tech gear or a studio to film in. Please share with us.
You literally just need a phone and maybe a tripod.
Tripods are helpful, but you could also just find stuff laying around and prop it up.
Amen. Stack of books behind your water in front of your water bottle. Like you
Mhm.
really don't need anything. Actually, I do take one piece back, like your phone, and maybe when you have $20, get yourself a mic on an Amazon. But even
Yeah,
then,
I
that's
think that the
$20.
$20 mic is, I think, really like once I did that was a real game changer. In fact, I think we
Mhm.
filmed almost all of the adjustments and assists with a $20 mic, and then I got my
We did.
expensive DJI mic
Yeah.
towards the end of it because I got really mad that we filmed 11 videos that didn't come out without a sound. And I was like, I hate
Oh,
this.
yeah.
But
Oh,
I don't know
yes.
what Tianna is using today, but in that vein of just grab something, I will go ahead and show you what my microphone is on. So
Tissue box.
that's a
I love
Kleenex
it.
box.
I have 2 books today. We've got two books. A yoga book and a content book, content creation.
Right. Okay. So y'all listen. Just do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do to be online.
They don't see that
It's
part.
hard.
They don't see that part anyway.
They don't see that part. You can't see that. You can't see
Nobody
that.
is going to know. Just do what you need to do to get it done. It does not need
Nobody's
to be
gonna know.
perfect.
How would
But
they know?
but I just want to bring attention to this. Look at my new
Oh, yeah, I
painting.
saw that. What is that? Is that a
That
UFO?
is, yes.
I love that.
That's the desert and a UFO in the desert.
That's cool.
That's
I was
amazing.
looking for artwork on Etsy for our house, right? I don't know if y'all can hear. I hope you can't, but they're laying the floor downstairs right now. So again,
No, you can't hear.
it does not need to be fancy. Just do it. Just do it. You got to get it out, right? I know somebody was like, there's one of the clients messaged me. She was like, the confirmation page has the wrong dates, and it was like down at the bottom. And I was like, I pray for you to one day have the problem that there are so many pieces within your business that you miss some things. You're truly abundant when there's like just way too many things to catch. Anyhow, I'm so glad that Tiana's back. I'm so
Oh,
glad.
yes.
She's really
Most
good at
people
all
don't
that
Yes.
notice
stuff.
those small things anyway. That's why you should just put it out there. Put it out there.
Right, right.
Mhm.
But Tiana does.
Tiana
She,
does. We used to live together,
That's what I'm
and she
supposed to.
does.
thank God. Thank God she
Yes.
notices then.
Yes.
Thank God.
Yeah, so tech is it's not a big thing. As long as you have a phone with decent quality, at least a $20 mic if you really want to get fancy with it. Outside of that, that's my 2 cents on that number. Or
Yeah,
that
you
mix.
can always, the reason why you took your yoga teacher training, Francesca, is because I rented the Boulder City studio to film. And the owner and I got to know each other, and we're just shooting the shoot. We're shooting the shoot.
The breeze.
And and I was talking to her about ads for Boulder City, and she was talking about how she wants to run a yoga teacher. She never really got certified. Like she'd only done an online teacher training, and she really wanted to get more certification. And so I was like, well, you know what? We're moving back in town. Or no, I don't think we were even moving back in town. I was like, we can come here. We can come here and be here during that time. And that's when we hosted that training. That's how you got to all this happened because I rented someone else's studio because I was living in a camper. This podcast, none of us would be standing here today if I hadn't have been like, well, let me think something alternatively. So you really don't need all those things.
And then the chiropractic office too. That one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One room. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We filmed all the teacher training videos at the chiropractor's office. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so if you don't have a studio, that works.
Yeah.
There are lots of spaces out there that'll work.
There's so many spaces
Yeah.
out there, and like they don't even have to be a yoga studio officially.
Nope.
No, but that chiropractor's office, that studio was magic. That looked so good. I'm so grateful to them for doing that, for letting us film there. So grateful. Okay, number 4. This has to deal with imposter syndrome, which again, I always feel like is literally just perfectionism masked. But number 4 is I'm not an expert enough yet.
Yes.
I don't feel like you need 100 certifications just to feel worthy enough to go online. I think that as long as you feel comfortable enough to speak about one thing that you feel an expert in enough to where you can teach somebody or enlighten somebody in some topic of whatever that is, if you're choosing, that is enough. Because if you put it in the perspective that a majority of the people that you're going to be servicing, let's just use breathing as an example, they likely don't know how to breathe. And to you, Nadi Shodhana, box breathing, all of that stuff is second nature as a teacher, right? You don't have to go and get even more certified in breathing techniques and so on and so forth just to be able to teach a course on that because those things in alone, like a Nadi Shodhana or a box breathing, could significantly change somebody's life. So why do you feel like you need to have so many certifications? Like to me, that is truly a myth. That's not needed.
I think you can also teach as you learn something. You don't have to learn something and wait, like,
Mm-hmm.
sit on knowledge before you can share the knowledge, right?
Yes,
So I feel
that's
like
a good
there's a lot
point.
of that where people feel like, well, but I just, developed an understanding of this. Okay, so now you have an understanding of it, and you can share that with people who may not.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like there's a little bit of using your certifications almost as an excuse, or like, like, oh, once I get this next one, then I'll be able to, and then getting stuck in that certification loop.
Yes, such a good point. Because
Yes. Do
then
you
you're just in a
remember?
point. Mhm. Go ahead.
Oh, and I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say then you're just stuck on the hamster wheel is what I was gonna
Hmm.
say. And you're never gonna go online,
Yeah.
and that's not what we
Remember
want.
we had that client last year who was like, she got all these certifications and she got like certification after and she did. I was like, you have so many certifications and so much knowledge. You make no money.
Mhm,
It's your turn to make money. Which is why I'm
mhm,
like the go online event is so perfect. It's like such a
Mhm.
like a low price point, easy entry, get in there, come to the event, learn about what it is you actually need, what it is that you don't actually need, get rid of some of these myths, get a stronger idea for what you can do. And then, if you want, you can work with us. We'll build out your whole sales funnel with you and your email automations, and we'll help you understand how to post on social media in a way that actually gets people to buy from you, and how to do the technical stuff of that. Like I met with somebody this
mhm,
morning and one of the things she said was, I would not have been able to do this without you. I would not have been able to
mhm,
figure this out on my own. And like, why wander blindly? And people are like, well, I'll have the money. You don't have the money to wait. You don't have the money to wait.
mhm,
Like, I invested in people who helped me get to a higher level, right? And I don't feel like if I hadn't have done that, it would have just taken so long. And I've made so much, like, I think in total I've spent, maybe, well, now that I joined Inner Circle, we're up to like $100,000 probably. But I've made so much more than that. Like, that's such a small fraction of what I've made online. So, like, and I have like, both of you work for the company. We have other people that do implementation in both our teacher training programs and in Empowered. So, in the Empowered Yoga Teacher, we call it the Empowered program. It's the Empowered Yoga Teacher. It's a 3-month program where we take you through a journey where you actually build out these assets, your sales funnels, your email automations, you create content, you set up your brand, you create an online course, you learn how to sell that. Basically, we teach you how to have traffic and a level 10 offer and how to be really good at that. If that's something you're interested in, we'll make sure that the link is below. You can meet with one of us and we'll take you through all of that and see if you have a viable idea and if that would work for you and it's something you want to do. But it's a fast track to getting where you want to go, which honestly, beginning in January, this is the time to be fast tracking. You're done. By the time this comes out, your New Year's resolutions will have been already forgotten. And you
yep,
and it'll be
yep.
time to actually crack down and make it happen. Um,
I'm getting a download right now about that. So, with a boss that I used to work with back in the day when I first moved here, he would say something that I think historically, like at gyms, the first week of January, it is packed. Everyone and their mom is there working out their New Year's resolution. By the second week, it's dead. And it is just the regulars, it's just the OGs. So, wouldn't you want to have somebody in your corner that is going to keep pushing you past that first week? So that you don't end up looking at 2026 come 2027 and be like, wow, if I would have actually stepped into that Go Online event, if I would have actually gotten help, if I would have actually known that this is what I could do and have the confidence in deciding to do it, then where could I have been at this point? Don't you want to look back and be like, wow, I'm so glad that I did that. I'm glad I'm not the one that forgot my New Year's resolution or didn't show up the second week, even though I said I would lose those LBs that I gained all through the holiday, right? Like just using that as an example, like what kind of person do you want to be? And I think that's really what it comes down to is you don't have to get all of these certifications. Instead of spending money to get more certifications, anchor into the one thing that you're an expert in and actually invest in the help to get you where you want to go.
Oh, that's so
That's my two
important. I
cents.
never even thought about that because people are happy to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on their certifications, but they will not spend a dime on actually understanding how to build a business. Why do you think that you know how to do marketing, sales funnels, that you know how to actually like create landing pages, that you know how to create offers that sell to people? Why do you think you just inherently know that, or you're going to be good at that and you don't need to hire anybody for that, but you're happy to pay somebody $3,000, $4,000 to do a 200-hour or a 300-hour yoga teacher training, or go to Costa Rica for a week thinking somehow you're going to get enlightened and figure out how email automations work? That is not reality. And it is so important to invest in your business online so that you can become successful at it. Thank you for saying that, because that's like probably one that like y'all right, take that home. That's the most important thing we're going to say today.
Yeah, because it's true.
Yeah.
Like, why would you give somebody else like, I understand the concept. Like, yes, okay, maybe you want more knowledge. But then if you were looking to actually build your business, how are you going to be able to propel yourself forward and actually make money? If that's really your goal. If your goal is not to actually make money and change what it is that you're doing on a daily basis, that's an entirely different conversation. But if that is something that you want to do, then why not use that money that's actually going to help build an ROI for you down the line and have an actual foundation instead of keep trying to rake in all the certifications and then being on that hamster wheel that Tianna talked about.
Let those
Does it make sense?
certifications pay for your other certifications. You know, that's the
Yes.
way to do it.
Yes. So genius.
Yeah, and you just and if you are listen, if you already have a bunch of certifications, that's amazing. Pick one and get started.
Tianna is our client journey specialist. She is the person who is in the Empowered Yoga Teachers program, like messaging people privately and being like, "Hey, you don't have this done yet, or you fell behind here. Let's book a meeting and get connected and get you back on track." She's really good at that, so we love her for that. She's gonna always call you out on your shit, always. All right, number 5, the final one, and this is our favorite myth of all the myths that we came up with together before we had this meeting today. Before we had this podcast. This is our meeting. Y'all just are sneaking into our staff meeting.
Why on the wall?
Yeah.
I don't know how, like, when we get together, it's so, like, how do we ever get work done? It's so hard. That's why I just send you all a Loom. I'm like, if I talk to them, we're going to be on the phone for an hour.
Yeah.
I
So
can't.
true. Every time.
I'm like looking at, I'm like on the calls. I'm like in a meeting with y'all, and I'm like looking at the time, and I'm like, I'm going to have to pay her to talk about nothing. We're talking about nothing. What we need to get back to task. All right. So number 5 is kind of a just do it myth, but the myth is I have to have a logo. I don't know how many people join the program and be like, I got a logo. And I'm like, why? I don't have a logo. Like, I literally just got a logo last week. You guys, this is so crazy. I just got a logo last week. I paid somebody $500 to create a logo for me. Love it. It's actually really great. But then I also took this course over Christmas. So y'all are going to be watching this like much later, but Christmas has just happened for us. But anyhow, I, over Christmas, taught myself how to do advanced AI and learned how to create logos for free. And it's
No
like,
way.
I know. And that's I made like a new logo for the Empowered course. Did you see?
Like
Like I
3 days
changed
after
the
I
you
saw that
thumbnail.
today. I saw it
Yeah.
today. I was like, "Oh, this is magical. Where did this
I
happen?"
made that with AI. And I was like, oh, okay. Cause I was like, I can make all the courses their own logos now. And paid someone $500 to make my logo. But I have been online for 6 years and just got a logo. So you don't need a logo to go online. But I don't know about you guys. How many times have you heard that though?
so many. I
Yes.
honestly, a lot of people. It's like I don't know why that's like the go-to with starting a business logo.
It's
And there's
like the
so many other
inhibitor.
things that are important for a business to get off of the ground, and the logo is like not shouldn't even really be on that list.
Exactly. And for some reason, it's such an inhibitor for people. Like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I don't even have a logo. I don't have a website." You
And
don't
that's a
need
rabbit
literally any one of those things.
A logo can be a rabbit hole waste of time too. Like you can get really
100%.
sucked in trying to create that on your own and whatnot. And it's not important. Again, Angelica's been online for 6 years now and very successful at it with no logo until now. Until recently we did get one.
And I think that it's important to say that if this is where you are stuck and you're just like, "I need a website, I need a logo," this is exactly why you need somebody like us in your corner. Why you need coaching in this way so that you're not wasting your time. Like Tianna said, it's a huge waste of time. In my opinion, it's probably just procrastination, but I don't know your life, so we'll table that for another day. But genuinely, you don't want to be down that rabbit hole. You don't want to get stuck in the fact, what are my colors? What does my brand look like? What are all these things? This is if this is you, if I'm speaking life to you right now, this is exactly why you need to go to the show notes and click the go online event so that you can see how little of importance that actually is.
Yeah, that's a
I don't
really
think
good
I've ever
point.
personally I don't know, bought or not bought something based off of a logo specifically.
Truth.
Well, that's
I don't
because people don't buy logos, people buy people. If
exactly.
you're going to make your logo your profile picture, that's a kiss of death. Do not do that.
Mhm.
People don't buy logos, they buy people. Your logo is meaningless. It has zero meaning whatsoever. Your logo's good if you want to make merch. That's literally the only reason we got a logo is because I wanted to make t-shirts finally. And I wanted to make mugs. Um
Yes.
and then that's it. That's the whole reason why, and I'm still trying to figure out how to get those shirts on order, but anyhow, I'm just trying to get like a what do they call it when you get one of it to see how it worked out, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Or like a
Yeah.
sample.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sample, that's the word. I have been taking creatine, but it's obviously not working enough for my brain fog. Um, thank you, menopause. Um, but anyhow, um, yeah, I've been trying to get a sample. So you just don't need that. You don't even want a website. Please, dear God, if you're listening to this, do not sign up with Wix. Like, please, I beg of you. I beg of you, do not come to me with a Wix site. Do not. Please, please don't do that. Please come to the event. Like book a call with us. Come into the Empowered Yoga Teacher program if you want to build something. For the love of God, don't buy a Wix site. It's the
It
worst.
is such a pain, and to move it all over,
2026,
oh
you
my
don't need
gosh.
Wix.
You don't need it. You truly don't need it. Like, please take it from us. We've been helping. How many people did we help this year?
Um,
Like,
I don't know, hundreds, hundreds. I
yeah,
haven't
I was
looked at
gonna
the
say
official
it's
numbers. I
hundreds.
haven't looked at it's like hundreds of people.
And
Yeah.
every single one has either had to move their website or didn't come with a website and realized why a website was not important.
Yeah, most people
So,
don't come with a website. Most people don't.
mhm.
When they do, it's like almost always Wix, and that makes me really sad because I do not want to. I do not wanna deal with it. And then they're, like, married to it, and they've spent, like, you know, they've spent, like, uh they bought, like, the whole year. They subscribed to it for the whole year. And you're like, It's just it makes it really hard because it's not set up to sell, which is another thing that we talk about in the Go Online event is like, what do you actually need to sell online? Because it's not what you think it is. And everything's shifting and changing. One of the reasons I learned AI this over Christmas break is because I want to be a step ahead for the clients. I want to know the things that are coming up so that when people work with us, I can speak eloquently to what's going to happen next, and I believe that that's going to be the next like forefront because there's just so many tools that people don't know about that actually make your life a lot easier. In fact, inside of the Empowered Yoga Teachers course, we have now created an Angelica chatbot so you can ask it questions about how to build your offers. It even pumps you up and is like a cheerleader. So if you're feeling down, and I know that both of you use the Angelica chatbot.
Oh yeah, it's really awesome. It's like everything that you see about Angelica, like on Instagram, or if you've worked with us before, it's like just talking to her. It's literally the same thing.
You
So
can
it's
talk to
really
her
helpful.
at 2 a.m. if you want.
Yeah, you don't have to wait for a response. It's instant.
No appointment necessary.
I uploaded like all of my, like a bunch of my conversations with people so it would understand like how I talk to people and what my answers would be. And it's phenomenal. So, love it. That's part of the Empowered Yoga Teachers program. So if that's something you want to do, again, let us know. You don't need a logo to join. That's not a requirement to come into our program. And honestly, if you don't have money to invest, I do want to speak to the fact that we have an incredible Facebook group run by Francesca, and she goes live in that every week, answering your questions, helping you build your business. So, you know, do I like money? Yes, I love making money. And I love helping people make money. Like more than making my own money, I love helping other people learn how to make money. That is one of the coolest things to me, and I get really excited when someone makes a sale. But I also want you to know that we as yogis understand that it's not all about the money. And so when you listen to this podcast, when you comment on a YouTube video, when you join our Facebook group and you're active and you comment, that actually helps us too. It's an energy exchange, and we're helping you and having you like we're helping you, you're helping us. So it doesn't always have to be a financial exchange. So if you're someone that's, maybe struggling financially, join one of the other resources. Join our Facebook group, comment on YouTube. Maybe we'll make a video about what it is that you commented. But again, the Go Online event is massively affordable. It is like super inexpensive. The link to that is below. It's made for people who maybe can't take the Empowered Yoga Teachers program, or you want to come into the Empowered Yoga Teachers program, but you're not really sure if it's for you. That event will help you decide, do I want to go online? And what do I really need to go online? What's the investment going to really be like? Not just financially, but like time wise, and what is it going to look like for me? And what could I potentially make? So all those questions are going to be answered inside of the Go Online event. And we would love to have you there. And then another question I get is, but does this work for Pilates teachers or meditation teachers or breath work? Yes, it works for people who want to sell F-150s. Like it literally works for anything. The model is a traditional marketing model that will work for anything that you want to sell. I'm just passionate about yoga teachers. I'm actually reading this book that Russell Brunson gave me called The 12-Month Millionaire. Russell gave us all like a gift for Christmas, and it was this book called The 12-Month Millionaire. And you can't get it anywhere else. It's not in print. And he sent it to all of us. And one of the things the guy says in there is like that he'll sell anything. He'll sell anything to make money. And he talks about how to get a viable offer. But what I realized is like, I don't want to sell anything. I want to sell something that changes people's lives and helps them. So I don't have to do this. I have the skill sets that I could just make money and not interact with anybody. But what's the fun in that? You know? What's the
There's
fun
no
in that?
fun.
Exactly.
There's no fun in that. None at
Mm-mm.
all.
None at
Well,
all.
because we
And
are
then y'all
yogis
wouldn't.
first. We like to engage with other people and see how people evolve and transform. It's literally why we're yoga teachers. So why not go online and expand that transformation?
Yeah. Yeah. I would have no one to talk to if I didn't have the two of you. There would be no one
I would
texting me.
only have Lucia, and Lucia doesn't have
Stop.
thumbs to text. She
No
just
lie.
barks.
Your mom would be there. Your mom would be there.
Yeah, she would. And Tianna would be knocking on my door.
Oh, yeah. I haven't heard from you. You better answer.
So true.
I'll take it down.
Anyhow, all right. Well, I think that's a wrap today. I appreciate all of you for listening. Please do leave us a 5-star review if you made it this far, and that helps us get the word out to other people. We would love to really just build this podcast this year and really help a lot of you build your business, whether you decide to work with us or not. That actually doesn't matter to me. I know that the right people will be attracted to us and the wrong people will be repelled and go work with somebody else or, go down the path that's right for them. I truly believe that there's enough abundance in this universe for all of us to be successful. So, any way that you can help the podcast by sharing, liking, commenting, all of those things help the algorithm. And, we're on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Apple Music, everywhere. We're doing the Go Online event, and we have the Empowered Yoga Teachers program where we work with you more in depth. And we'd love to see you at any one of those things. So thank you so much for listening. Any wise words to leave everybody with at the beginning of 2026, Tianna and Francesca?
Stop waiting for the perfect moment because there's never going to be the perfect moment. Realistically, that is just not how life is. So, if you've got something weighing on your heart, if you want to go online, if this is something that you've been thinking about, whether it's been a week, a month, 3 years, I mean, we've heard people say they've been thinking about it for all sorts of numbers of time. But if you've been thinking about it, do it. Do it. Don't keep thinking about it because you're gonna just keep thinking about it. So we'd love to see you. Join the event. Love to see you there.
Yes, to piggyback off of what Tiana says, you will never be ready for anything in your life, period. Look at anything from this point and behind you. Were you ready for anything that you ever did? The answer is probably no, but did you get through it anyways? The answer is probably yes. So my wise word is to just decide. Because when you decide and you actually take the action is what's going to breed consistency. The consistency is what's going to breed the confidence. And you're going to be exactly where you want to be. So join the online event and can't wait to see you there.
All right, everybody, have a wonderful 2026, and we'll see you in the next episode.